I'm making a simple lunch, everyday lunch. And I have this tomato from the garden, and I just picked up some wild chive. This is fall now, so the chive are growing so tender right now. Very mild at this time, and chive has very good nutrients for our immune system. And I will be cooking some eggs with this tomato and the chive. And I also washed one sweet potato. And I will be slicing this, put a little bit vegetable oil and lightly fry this under low heat. Make it very creamy, tender and sweet. So alright, I'm going to start to peel this. First of all, I cut these ends off. Sweet potato is very good for us as well. Good fiber. And if you like sweet taste, you don't have to add artificial sugar or additional sugar. And we'll cook the potato, right? When I cook, I often think of my mother. She was telling me all the time that natural food are the best for nutrition. Today, a lot of people use supplements. I still prefer natural food. Alright. Some of the eye is pretty deep. Use this way to get it out. I like to use this knife, and one girl watched my cooking show. She was very funny about the way I use this knife. And I remember she said that, "Girl, you are the beast of using that knife." Okay, then I slice this about I think 1/8 inch thickness. I cut this into half first, then I slice it. So I have a flat base, so it's much safer when you work with this, right? I use this cleaning ball and put this one there. You see, here is safe. If you cut like this, it will be rocking here, and you are using a knife, so which it's not very safe. turn it around, so my hand will have more area to hold than this direction, because it got a slanted side, so easy to your finger will slip away from it, so it won't be very steady. So cooking is fun, however, we must make it safer, right? Okay, that will be the sweet potato to be fried in a pan. Okay, now I slice this tomato here, and take this green portion of the roots part out. I like to cook because I know what I'm eating. I grow this tomato myself, and I use the natural compost, so there's no chemicals, pesticides involved. Alright, I will be using this for the egg, and then I'll cut this chive as well. Roughly chop it. As the vitamins and minerals, and that's good for us. Put it here. And I will just break the egg directly into this chive. I am preparing for 2 people. The egg is a small size, small medium size egg, so I use 5. If it's large size, I use 4 for 2 people. Alright, next part will be the frying part of it. I use 2 cast iron pans here, and I set at medium to medium high heat, and warm these 2 pans up. The potatoes, whether it's Idaho potatoes or sweet potatoes, they do not actually absorb too much oil if you cook it right. So 2 tablespoons oil here is plenty for that big sweet potato. Now once the pan is warm enough, so you see the oil can freely move in the pan. That's about the time we're going to add our seasonings. I like to mix my own seasonings. So here's the herbs and salt and pepper. And I often like to use a couple of or few different kinds of salts. And because I like to cook healthy meals, so use variety of things to get the good things out of each of them, right? So I put about half teaspoon. So I like to make things tasty and easy to work with. So I don't do a lot with them. I put this sliced sweet potato here. I just cover it, and I set the temperature to 10 minutes. I set the time for 10 minutes. And set the heat to low. Then once the time reaches this 10 minutes, I turn it once. Let it cook on its own. Now you don't have to beat this egg too much. Just break them up. Mix it with this chive. And that's about it. But I do fry this in 2 stages. First part, I fry this egg mixture here. Then I will remove this from the pan and fry the tomato. I do not want to over fry either one of them. Trying to keep the nutrients as much as possible, and also it's cooked right, so it's much more cleaner. Even though we washed all our vegetables and eat raw and eat cooked, there's a little difference, and depends on what the vegetables their skins may, encounter with. So lightly and cooked, temperature high enough to make your dish more healthier, more safer, right? Especially at this time of the year when the COVID situation persists here. So when you cook egg, you like your oil to be a little hotter than when you cook other things. A lot of liquid here in the egg. About half teaspoon of seasoned salt. Have you ever used the chopsticks for cooking? I found out that it's quite handy, convenient to use. Of course, this pair I have is stainless steel. It can take the chopsticks I use for cooking here, stainless steel. It can take some heat. When I cook, I also do not like to generate lots of smoke, inside the house. And so I also will use vegetable oils, right? And I do not want to destroy the nutrients of our oil as well. We can change to this batch. Okay. Keep the egg tender. Once it's start to get warm, now just pick it up like that. Eggs are good for our eyes. I used to think carrots is the best for our eyes. And I found out that actually yellow corns and egg, they actually are very good for our eyes. Little bit salt, herbs. See how beautiful when the tomato is lightly fried. The tomato juice reaches the vegetable oil. It turns into a very nice yellow-orange color. And it also boosts the flavor as well. Very pretty cool. Then we add the fried egg back with a good mix. Let the tomato sauce coat this eggs, you see. What a beautiful color as well, right? Red, orange, green, yellow. Different colors, and you add the natural colorants from vegetables, fruits. It's good for us. Alright, so this one is done. We're going to let it stay there And I turn the heat off. The remaining heat will stew and combine the egg and the tomato together, infuse the flavor into each other. Simple lunch is ready. I'm tasting this tomato chive fried egg. Wow. Egg is very tender. The flavor is very rich. Tomato, chive, sweet potato, healthy for us. Little bit hot, really tasty, very sweet. This is what my husband and I have for lunch today. Try it, it's good.